St. Patrick's Day for many people is synonymous with green beer, magical leprechauns, and corned beef and cabbage. However, none of these are traditionally Irish. Instead, they tell the story of Irish and other early immigrant communities who came to America and built new communities, dreams, and traditions. In 16th and 17th century Europe, due to the cost and lack of availability, the consumption of beef was considered a delicacy, often exclusively associated with aristocrats and the wealthy. On the other hand, for centuries, the average Irish diet consisted heavily of vegetables, potatoes, and preserved pork like ham or bacon. Things started changing in the late 1800s during the European exodus to the United States. As the immigrants adapted into the New World, they attempted to still retain their traditions when it came to food. As many Irish immigrants settled in urban neighborhoods, they found that kosher butcher shops served affordable cuts of beef, but did not sell pork. For the first time, beef was served on Irish tables. Sometimes the beef was served as a hearty stew that included potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. This combination became a mainstay in Irish households as the boiled vegetables reminded them of their homeland. Since in those days refrigeration wasn't possible, butchers would use affordable salt crystals, the size of corn kernels, to preserve meat. This process became known as corning. Soon, these ancient techniques found new life in American melting pot communities all over the country. In 1883, young German immigrant Emil Wilhelm Grobbel set up a butcher shop in Detroit's Central Farmers Market, a community hub for provisions, produce, and vendors. At first, Emil's butcher shop focused on raw cuts of meat and traditional German products like sausages. Then one day, his dear friend Fitzpatrick introduced him to corned beef and its growing popularity. Emil Grobbel started making his corned beef in the tradition of the Old World, with some unique twists of his own, aging it in oak barrels for 3 weeks and brining it with freshly brewed spices. His corned beef quickly grew in popularity, with people from different communities traveling to the shop to purchase it for its distinct and bold flavor. Eventually, as the business expanded into a dedicated corned beef factory, Emil and Fitzpatrick's children married, further solidifying the bond of these Irish and German immigrants, who both came to a new land in search of better lives. Today, Grobbel's remains America's oldest corned beef specialist, operated by the 4th and 5th generations of the Grobbel family. We are one of the nation's leaders in retail corned beef sales. Our products are found in supermarket meat cases across the country and readily available for St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Our story is one of new beginnings and traditions. As these new traditions continue, they take root in our generational memories, shared together and passed on from one to the next. We proudly celebrate our story of families and communities coming together. Grobbel's Premium Meats since 1883.